What's up, guys? Ray's Gameplays here. Welcome to Gun Guide. This is going to be the SCATTERSHOT. So, when I first looked at the stats of this gun, I was pretty underwhelmed. When I played with it, I was also pretty underwhelmed. I think it's a very cool-looking gun. I mean, read the stats if you like. Damage 278, rate of fire 150. All that stuff doesn't really mean much until you really compare it. So, let's just compare it to a gun that, everyone's probably used, the katana. So, the katana hits much harder, as you can see. Again, this gun is only at rank 3, but you get my point. Let's compare it to the Result and the Disciple now. You're looking at much less damage, and the rate of fire is basically what makes the SCATTERSHOT pretty goddamn good. Just compared to some of the other guns here, the Hesh is basically just a better version, to be honest, in some ways. So yeah, SCATTERSHOT, I mean, cool looking gun, pretty low damage, but nice rate of fire. You got 9 shots in the clip. You have unlimited ammo, so that really counts for something. Accuracy is pretty good. Weight is 31. Accuracy, we're talking, and as far as shotguns is concerned, that accuracy is pretty good. I actually used the barrel here that's going to give me a little more damage on it in this gameplay, and I used the melee optimizer because I'm running on the Krogan. A very realistic choice. I didn't want to just put this on any fucking class. I want to put it on a class that it makes sense to use it on. So yeah, we're going to go with Krogan. Now, you would benefit, obviously, from a smart choke, but you'll see in the gameplay, it's got a pretty tight aim if you aim down the sights. It's not bad. So, yeah, guys. Overall, pretty solid shotgun. Is it gold worthy? I mean, debatable. I will be using the melees to kind of help here and there, but I'm going to try as much as possible to get tons and tons of kills with this gun. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, guys, so as always, these gun guides are going to be on the gold difficulty. Platinum when platinum comes out, but for now, gold. Because why the hell would I want to show it to you on a low-level difficulty? You guys don't want to see that. You want to see these guns and what they can do on gold. So that's what I'm going to give you. SCATTERSHOT in general, I actually had a lot of fun using this gun. It's very smooth because you don't have to ever get ammo for it. It just reloads by itself. It's got a recharge. I think the gun looks very cool. Definitely got a cool look to it. Take a look at that spread. It's pretty goddamn ridiculous. I don't have a smart choke on in this gameplay, and I don't really need it because I'm playing a Vanguard, so I'm going to be right up in their face for the most part. Another great thing to note, guys, this is actually Krogan Vanguard. This is the same exact Krogan Vanguard build that you got in the melee build video. So this is not with any weapon damage perks, okay, or not many. I think that we get in this build, the same build I gave you in the Krogan Vanguard video, but the thing to remember is, since we took rank 5 weapons in melee on the melee Krogan Vanguard, we are getting 15% gun damage for 3 seconds after biotic charging, so keep that in mind. And I have nothing in Apex training. I have 1 point in Apex training that's giving me 5% weapon damage. So, I'm going to get a lot of kills with this gun in this gameplay. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get quite a few kills, and more so than you would expect because it's not that good of a gun compared to the other guns in this game, but, it's going to be a good test. Now, as far as what I recommend, obviously an ammo type would be very nice. But I'm going to start conserving that shit. I'm actually in this gameplay using just a cyclonic and I believe a shotgun rail amp. I could be wrong. I could have a strength enhancer, but either way, it's a cyclonic level 1. And if it's either it's shotgun or strength, I'm pretty sure I use the shotgun. I used the shotgun booster and I used a cyclonic level 1. And the shotgun booster was either level 2 or level 1. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll double check. And if you really want to see, you can see in the beginning. But basically, there's not a lot of weapon damage perks on this gun right now. It's just very, very bare minimal from the character and from the booster. So it's a good kind of, depiction. Because basically, in this game, shotguns, they're just not, especially a shotgun like this, there's just going to be no reason to use this gun over some of the other guns on the weapon classes. Basically, this gun is going to be used a lot on, Vanguards, because Vanguards or melee builds in general, when you're trying to pick a shotgun you want to use on your melee builds. Because remember, always keep in mind, the shotguns right now, as far as the gear stands in the game, get the best melee optimizing perk. So oftentimes when you're running a melee build, you will want to use a shotgun. So you're not going to have a whole lot of gun damage perks when you're picking a shotgun. You're just going to put it on because it has the melee boost, and hopefully you can get some damage of it in some situations. But, you know, this gun is basically very bare minimal, and it's a very accurate test of this gun on gold because, again, there's not a lot of weapon damage perks, and rarely will you be using a shotgun with a ton of weapon damage perks. Just because, guys, I mean, you know, they're mainly there to help you with melee classes. Honestly, unfortunately, shotguns just aren't that good in this game at base because you have really, really powerful sniper rifles, you know, for the weapon classes, and you have really powerful pistols too, like the Hurricane, you know. So, and the Talon, for fuck's sake, I've heard from so many people now the Talon is basically the best shotgun in the game, and it's a great point to bring up. It's a really good freaking for a pistol. I mean, that gun is really good. So yeah, but you know, for some reason, and I know this gun's not that good, but I kind of liked it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of high fire rate shotguns in general. I've always kind of liked that. You know, even going back to Mass Effect 2, playing that on Insanity, First of all, playing Mass Effect 2 Insanity, I love to play the human Vanguard with like a Maddock. That was my favorite thing to do. But I would also take the Eviscerator, and oftentimes I would like to use the Scimitar because high fire rate shotguns on Vanguards are just some of the most fun you will have in this game. And in Mass Effect 3, the Piranha was obviously a blast to put on a Vanguard. And then obviously the Rieger Carbine came out and pretty much made everything just an afterthought. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be doing, here's some good, you know, pretty good damage I'm doing to these heavy armored targets against this enemy type. That's kind of what shotguns are good for, just kind of really hitting hard up close. Up close, I'm not going to really aim it down too much because there's not really any reason to. You will get some situation in this gameplay where I will show you its range, how far you can kill the enemies from, and land shots on them. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, you're going to be using this on Vanguard classes. I would love to do a nice shotgun infiltrator, and you know, it's going to take some time to get a good enough shotgun that it's going to be worth it to use over like a gun like the Vanquisher or something. But I think a big problem is that a lot of the shotguns in this game seem to be very high fire rate, low damage, and the problem with that is there's no, like, that I haven't seen yet, and I don't think the Claymores in this game, unfortunately. That's the fan favorite. I don't know why they would take it. Here's a great example of using the gun from far, with aiming it down sights, and you can see how fast you get the kills with it. I wish that there was a hard-hitting gun. I hope at some point we're going to see and unlock a hard-hitting shotgun equivalent. What I've heard is there is a gun that's similar to the Claymore in this game, but not really a true Claymore. I really want a gun that's just kind of maybe a slower firing shotgun, but packs a big punch. That's kind of missing as far as my manifest is concerned right now. You guys can let me know in the comments if there's a gun that's on the way that's going to be very hard hitting, but have a slower rate of fire. It seems like they really went crazy with the high rate of fire shotguns in this game. There seem to be quite a few. I hope there's a gun that's on par with the Claymore in this game, but it may be wishful thinking considering all the guns seem pretty underpowered, except for like the Vanquisher and the Hurricane. But yeah, guys, I've fucked with the Crusader a little bit. It's pretty shitty actually, considering it's a blacklisted weapon. I mean, it's got the same amount of shots in the clip as the Vanquisher does, and it does much less damage. So I really don't understand the point. Anyways, getting back to this gun. Not bad. I mean, you take a look here how fast it can kill a minion. It's basically going to take almost a freaking a good chunk of the charge on it. Here I decided to run away from that Krogan, as I often will do, because it just takes forever to kill them if you're not using some effective tactic. But then I decided, you know what, I better go back and just test this gun properly against him. And we'll be here for quite some time, laying rounds with him. I'm going to use the Nova, which is set up for armor damage, and I'm going to do biotic combo and biotic charge and all kinds of shit. But just take a look at how many bullets this guy's taking. And that's how it's going to be with most guns, to be honest. So, you know, it's not like this gun is bad. It's just the nature of the game, and they were finally going to kill him. So it took a good amount of time, and that was with the help of Nova and Biotic Charge and teammates a little bit. So, you know, that's what we're dealing with here, guys. Here's going to be a, you know, again, here I'm just laying bullets into this guy point blank, and it's just not getting a kill, man. So that's what it is. At points, I will get frustrated and just start mailing. One thing I wanted to bring up, which is great, is that this is footage after the patch to the game where they made it so that, you know, you can get staggered by the enemy's melees. And this is a Krogan Vanguard with full melee spec. There's not a single, you know, as far as his passives are concerned, I don't have any of the health and durability choices. The only durability I'm getting is from fortification. And even at that, I mean, I'll just open up the build right quick and tell you guys, but you've all seen this build video. I picked up damage resistance 75 and shields restored on Biotic Charge. And Fortify, I picked up damage resistance on the first choice, and I picked up melee damage bonus on the next choice. And then I actually didn't pick up Unmoving Defense. I have Explosive Purge on in this build, which is kind of, you know, again, that's a very kind of situational thing, and you shouldn't really use it, in my opinion, you know, but I just have it on because I do enjoy getting that tech burst and having that in my back pocket. I won't recommend it, though. Anyways, my point is, and in Rage, I picked melee on rank 4, I picked the melee on rank 5, and I picked the melee on rank 6. So there's not a single durability option in here, guys. So this guy is doing, but why do I say that? Well, the point is, here's the Krogan Vanguard after the patch that's supposedly supposed to make the melee builds not as good, with the enemies able to stagger you. And I only have a Cyclonic level 1 on. And I'm having absolutely no problem staying alive. And I do thank Nova for that a lot as well, because Nova, when I'm Noving, I can't take damage. So that's exceptional. Here I'm going to get pissed off at Cobra. Probably a wasted one. But you get my point, guys. Like, you'll see so many times in this gameplay, I'm going to save my life by just casting a Nova, because I can't take damage while, you know, I'm doing that. Here the turn's going to get fucked up. I'm going to be reserving the melee as much as possible, which is pretty, you know, good, because this gun isn't that good, and we're able to do quite well with just kind of biotic charging and using it. So it does speak volumes of this class. You know, so he's still a very solid character. Don't think for a second that they ruined melee classes. I mean, because here's a guy that, a Vanguard with full melee spec, very few of the durability options were taken, just on fortification a little bit, and we're still able to just completely tank and stay alive. I honestly don't really see the point of doing kind of tanky builds with this guy, because look at him right now. I'm talking about builds that just focus on being a tank. The only thing I like about it is the last evolution of fitness, where you can make it so that your teammates get that damage reduction. That's really good. But other than that, he's already a mega tank. Just look at this. I mean, against Ket, it's a different story. Then you may need to put a higher level Cyclonics on and play more conservatively. But you get my point, guys. I mean, he doesn't have a problem staying alive on gold. And I haven't picked durability options. So, they were hoping that if they could stun you from doing your melee, they would reduce the damage you can do, because you're not meleeing as often, and you would take more damage, because when you're stunned, you're not attacking the enemies. So there's more enemies shooting at you, and less enemies dead. So that was kind of their way to kind of balance. I hear him fall off the fucking map. That was their way to kind of do something about Vanguards. I don't know why they felt they needed to, but they did it. And my whole point of this rant was just to prove that basically this guy's still a fucking beast. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, back on this gun. I'm going to be taking all day trying to kill these enemies, to be honest with you. It's not a very good gun, but for some reason, like I said earlier, I do kind of like the feel of it. It's an alright shotgun. And, yeah. I mean, not much else to say about the gun. I'm trying to think of other things to say. I mean, when you aim it down sights, you do get, like I said, a little more accuracy, a little more range. Here, this Krogan's going to get fucked up. He goes flying from that shotgun shell. it is very nice having ammo that recharges. Here I got blown up by that fucking sharpshooter. That is a buff that they did that counts, guys. Making the sharpshooters better in this game, that's kind of a pain in the ass because there's no defense against it. They will sit on the ass end of wherever you are and just snipe you, and there's no defense unless you're in cover. You can see the red laser, but now there's very little time to react to that red laser. Even dodges don't seem to help you much against it. So they become very deadly in that sense. So yeah. Not much else to say about the gun. I'm trying to think. I mean, you know, do I recommend you play Krogan Vanguard with this gun and just use this gun? No, it makes no sense. Yeah, you can use this gun on a Krogan Vanguard, but should it be your main tactic? No, because obviously I'm killing shit way faster with just the melees. You know, and I know I don't even have the melee booster on in this game. I have a shotgun booster, and I have a cyclonic level 1 on. So, you know, imagine if I had the melee booster on. Without the melee booster, the melee is giving me much faster kills than the shotgun can. So, this is just kind of to show you how fast the gun can kill and, you know, highlight the gun. But I recommend still with your Krogan Vanguard, you do a melee build or, you know, pick another gun that's better if you want to do a gun build. But yeah, guys, a great highlight of the gun just to show you what it's capable of. Their robotic charge really saved my life from those missiles that Atlas fire. I mean, I'm just going to run away. I keep calling those Hydra. I know they're Hydra mechs. I keep calling them Atlases. That's how you can tell I'm an absolute Mass Effect 3 multiplayer junkie. Here, I was thinking, should I sit here and try and kill a Hydra? And I'm like, no, fuck it. I'll be here all goddamn day. You know, trying to kill that damn thing. You got a good, you know, kind of taste of the damage you can do, and you can tell it's just going to be there all day against that Hydra. I do love sending enemies flying off the map with that Nova. This is a great map for this guy because it's so easy to send enemies flying. It's going to help you get kills much easier if you're on a map with this guy where the enemies can go flying off. Because, you know, especially, this is mainly if you spec for that at Nova. Most of the maps in general do have a way you can send the enemies flying off them, but this map seems to be one of the best. I really like this map. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite maps. I'm getting tired of Firebase Zero because that's all everyone wants to play, and with good reason. It's so good for just leveling low-level characters and doing very well. And the other one is Magma, which everyone loves as well. But I think this map is very fun. This is one of my favorite, like, very balanced kind of map. Because it's very close range, and you can be very far ranged, but in general, just a very balanced map. Here I wanted to make sure I killed that son of a bitch sharpshooter before we left, so I went and sought him out. Yeah, guys, it's a pretty alright shotgun. Not much else to say about it. Be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy this. You want to see a lot of Mass Effect and Andromeda content. So much coming. I finished, you know, so many things, so many builds, and now trying to get into the guns a little bit, more builds on the way. Just then what I'm going to do is, and this is on the way, just exceptional team setup guides. Just some of the most amazing team plays you will see. So stay tuned for that, guys. Lots of shit coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.